Hey guys, today we're talking about anime that totally surprised us in a very positive way.
I'm Kyoko.
And I'm Zafira.
After all the disappointments in the last video, we wanted to make a positive video to balance it out. And the first one on our list is actually Attack on Titan.
With Attack on Titan, you may be thinking everybody likes Attack on Titan. And I was... Yes, of course everybody likes Attack on Titan for a reason. But, you know, when it first came out, I remember my cousin saying to me, "You need to watch Attack on Titan, it's super cool." And I asked him, you know, what's it about? And he was like, "Yeah, it's about humans fighting against giants." And I was like, "You watch your anime, I'm not interested in it." And then there was this huge hype around Attack on Titan. I was like, almost getting pissed, you know? Sometimes you think, why is everybody liking it? And then there was the saddest moment in Attack on Titan, and it's when, spoiler alert, Eden's mother is killed. And I was like, how can this be sad? You know this character for like 5 minutes, so you can't really care about her. And then, I don't know, someday I was like, okay, you know, maybe I have to watch it. And I watched it. my mind was blown, and then there came the scene with his mother, and I was like, oh no, this is so sad. And then I totally binged the whole show and was, this is the best thing I've ever seen. And then I forced her to watch it.
I was skeptical at first because the manga also looks awful at the beginning.
It's true.
It's not a pretty manga.
No, that's true.
But the anime looks very good. So I was very into it from the first moment as well. And wasn't expecting to like it as much as I actually do.
Me neither. So that was a total surprise, and I never regretted it watching it. Sometimes the hype is very well earned, and this is
one of the examples.
Next thing on our list is To Your Eternity. If you haven't watched it, you have to watch it.
Yeah.
It's so amazing. And the story behind this one is that I have seen a video where somebody recommended a new anime from the current season, which was like, I don't know when. And he said, this is an anime that it's different. It's just different. You don't expect what it's going to be. And I don't know, this review kind of interested me, but then I forgot about it. And then I told you about it.
Yeah, and we were on Crunchyroll and like, oh, what are we going to watch? And I'm like, we're going to watch the show with the wolf. I don't care. And the first episode, it's probably the best first anime episode I have ever seen. It's so amazing. I don't want to take anything away, but it's very, very emotional, and I was completely shocked how good it is, actually.
Yes, because we didn't expect it to be that good, and in my mind, it really is something different. It touches on topics that are, you know, not very lighthearted, but to me, hit very close to home.
Yeah.
And, I don't know.
Very personal and,
human topics.
Human topics,
Very human topics.
That everybody can identify with in some kind of way.
Yes. It's not the usual good guy versus the bad guy or stuff. Really hit close to home. And was just amazing.
Yeah, totally. So, go watch it. Next show on our list is actually Haikyuu, and same thing here. Everybody loves Haikyuu, but I was like, oh, sports anime, how good can it be? It's probably pretty boring, and everybody likes it just because there are so many male characters, and I'm like, But then I actually won some giveaway, and there was a keychain of Kageyama, and I was like, they just added the show to Netflix. Maybe I should try it. And it was so good. It's so funny, and the characters are all so lovely.
Yeah.
So lovely. Oh, they're all amazing, and it's actually very, very motivating. And those volleyball matches are actually very exciting. And you're like, oh, I hope they win, but I don't want the other ones to lose. And it's so amazing. I never thought I would love it as much as I do. And it's also one of the funniest anime I have ever seen.
Yes, so and after she watched it, she forced me, of course, to watch it, and I was like the same. So, but volleyball and sports, I don't care for sports. Then I watched it, and of course, I loved it from the first minute. It was amazing. It's just amazing. When an anime actually brings you to playing volleyball, they did something very, very right.
Yeah.
Or the manga as well.
Yeah, I think it's just something about Haikyuu that everybody can relate to. We even watched the first episodes with our parents, and our mother was like, "Oh yeah, I can totally relate. When I played volleyball back then, I felt exactly the same way." It was just so lovely.
What I really love about Haikyuu is that you don't need to know anything about volleyball. I didn't know anything about it.
Me neither.
Nothing. But it explains everything to you. And they do it in a very entertaining way, because you have the Takeda that knows nothing about volleyball, and he is like us.
Yeah.
We're watching it with him and we're learning with him, and that
Yeah.
was, I don't know, it was just a clever way to bring people to like volleyball.
Yeah,
and
totally.
It really did bring us to try and play volleyball, which didn't go very well, but we actually watched the Olympics.
That's true. Even if you think for sports shows are boring, watch Haikyuu and you will change your mind.
Definitely.
Okay, next on our list is Death Parade, which is an awesome show as well. The great thing about Death Parade is that
It sets an expectation, but then takes a turn, not completely in the other direction, but it has a twist which makes it even more interesting.
similar to Your Eternity, it also has themes that are very human and very emotional and very, very relatable. And
It plays a lot with morality, what is
Yeah.
right, what is wrong. It was just mind-blowing. In the first few episodes it doesn't really have an overall story, but it kind of
hints at it sometimes.
goes there. And yeah, in the end it's just, I cried so
So
much.
much, yeah.
Don't let the intro song fool you, because it's not that at all. Absolutely not. But the intro song is
Awesome.
amazing. But it has nothing to do with the anime.
No, that's true.
I think everybody who has seen it likes it. I don't know anyone who didn't like it.
The show is actually based on an OVA, which is called Death Billiards, and the OVA was so popular that they did the whole show around it, and it's just
Yeah.
amazing.
And it's the same characters in the...
OVA.
Or the same character in the OVA. So
yeah.
if you haven't watched it, watch it now. You won't regret it.
No.
It's amazing. If you like...
Dark, psychological, emotional stories.
Yes. So the next thing on our list is Noragami, and of course everybody loves Noragami, at least who has seen it. And for us it was kind of a surprise, because from one of our first conventions we went to, we got a couple of DVDs with first 3 episodes from
All different publishers.
all different anime. And we watched every episode that was on there, and I don't know, it was Jormungand, and it was
I don't remember.
Battle Blood Blockade Battlefront, or
Yeah,
what's it
it
called?
was-
There was a lot of episodes on there, and every episode got more boring. And then we're like, oh, I don't want to watch it anymore. And then only Noragami was left, and we're like,
Okay,
okay, it's the last one missing, let's watch it. And we turned it on, and we're like, it's actually quite good, and it's funny, and it looks amazing, and yeah, and that first episode got us, not totally hooked, but it got our attention.
Yeah.
And then we went to the convention, I think the same year,
Yeah, the next
Again?
year.
and there was the character designer
designer.
from the anime. And we're like, I haven't seen the anime, but the first episode was quite good.
And we don't have anything to do, let's go into this panel.
And he was the cutest and sweetest guy. We played rock,
Paper,
paper,
scissors.
scissors. And it was just an amazing experience. And after that, we watched the whole anime and we're like,
In love.
in love. It was so good. I love it. I read the manga, the whole manga. Love it.
Just amazing, yeah.
Yes.
If you like shonen stuff, definitely watch Noragami. It's so funny.
Yato is.
One of the best characters ever.
And it plays a lot with the Japanese gods and stuff.
Mythology, yeah.
Mythology. So yeah, if you're interested in that, check it out. If you haven't seen it, because you probably will like it.
Next show on our list is Uran High School Host Club. And the story behind this is that we watched our German anime DVDs, and there are trailers on there for other shows. Trailers. But the trailer for Uran High School Host Club was just the opening. We were like watching the opening and we were like, oh, it's probably some boring romance comedy boys love show and stuff. And we were like, well, I'm not really interested. But the more we watched the trailer, we were like, the song is actually very catchy. So one day we just decided to take a look into the anime, and it was so funny. The characters are so over the top but lovable, and The humor is just amazing. We were totally hooked.
Yes, still love it to this day. We watched it not too long ago, and it's funny. I laughed my ass off. I love it so much. I love Tamaki, Kyoya, Best Boys.
They're all amazing.
They're all amazing.
But it actually isn't a boys' love show. So if you're expecting that, no, Haru is actually a girl who's dressed up as a boyfriend, it's still very, very funny.
Sometimes a good song can bring you into anime. So maybe every anime should have a great opening song.
Yeah, definitely. This is our list with animes that surprised us in a positive way. Which of these animes did you enjoy and which anime surprised you? Let us know in the comments and see you in the next video. Bye!
Bye bye!